Surprisingly, though, Guardians of the Galaxy and a holiday special, I think, had more of a buzz than that did. But there were some big revelations in here. It's cute, I guess. You know, the idea of taking what used to be the cliche, very much cash grab holiday specials, and how streaming services have been able to turn these into things. Like Netflix has done some with Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I think our favorite has been BoJack's specials that he's done.
And
Obviously,
they're definitely
Disney.
also kind of like making a sort of joke about like the Star Wars holiday special in a way.
And it feels good.
Yeah.
At least it's James Gunn doing it here, as they try to make fun of what they get away with. But it was cute. This one was spoiled even before people were able to watch it because they have the Legends thing, and they kind of revealed one of the big twists that comes at the end of this Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that may make it necessary viewing before you go watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But what do you think about this Kevin Bacon adventure of a movie?
You know, I found it was fun. I did have a decent time with it. You know, I tend to be the Marvel cynic here, so I gotta say that this is actually one that I found enjoyable, and I want to say that as a preface to the fact that I was mostly struck by how quickly assembled this one felt, and I'm not saying that to say like it's bad. It just kind of feels slapped together. James Gunn said that he only wrote the script in a few hours. It definitely feels that way, but I think, you know, you have like a good combination of these fun characters who are pretty reliable, and James Gunn, who is very funny, to put enough in there that it does. There is entertaining elements to it. It does have a final little like emotional swell that works, you know. I don't know if I found the Kevin Bacon stuff or the repeated like actors are the worst joke to be nearly as funny as they did, but like it's fun. It's a decent time. It's also the kind of thing that I kind of wish Marvel focused on a little bit more, rather than giving us all these like forgettable 6 to 10 hour TV shows. Just like give us a little update, give us a 45-minute thing here or there that doesn't have like a huge bearing on the rest of the MCU. Like, yeah, we find out something new about a couple characters. If I found that out from a message board or from Twitter instead of, you know, the movie before going into Guardians 3, I would have been fine, you know?
He's like, what the heck's on his head? This thing's so
it's freaky
cheap.
looking.
They put it together with glue sticks.
Yeah, it just is uncomfortable to look at. They needed a little more makeup on that.
He looked like they messed up the circumcision. This was not a family film to watch. But this was. I understand the production behind it, but you're telling me that it took them hours to stitch it together? It definitely feels like it. And I agree with you. It feels like the only thing that you're getting revealed here is the two people's connection. I guess I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
to not
which is
spoil it
cool
for some Marvel fans.
Not everything has to be that important.
Doesn't have to be. But it still feels like a last-minute thing to get people hyped up, especially because they were able to time it to the trailer. So,
like that whole Mantis and Drax walking down Hollywood Boulevard thing feels like they didn't even have a script. They just kind of like let them go.
They just did. Devesh asked an interesting question: better or worse than Werewolf by Night? Two projects that I just don't care about.
That's my thing. I don't care. I think Werewolf by Night is like aesthetically better, creatively more interesting, but Guardians has the funny wrestler guy who talks funny. So I'm gonna go with Guardians.
I'm gonna go with the Groot series still. His little shorts. I'm sticking with those right there. But Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday.
You don't like Buff Groot?
No, I actually don't. I'm glad you mentioned that. I don't like Buff Groot at all.
It's weird looking.
Yeah, it's a little weird looking. I don't like it. He needs to get off the roids, off the bark. But that's Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special. Yeah. Do you care for any director in the MCU to make some sort of spinoff? A project? Character?
Gunn is probably like one of the guys you'd want for. Yeah. I mean, not to just like toot our own recent guests, but I'm sure if you gave Moorhead and Benson a chance to do just some weird offshoot half an hour thing with some of these characters, they'd figure out something cool. Yeah.
That's what they got over on Disney Plus. And if you got the bundle, if you got the Disney